Joe Biden issued a furious assessment of the EU as he feared Brussels would stand by in the face of pressure from Russian President Vladimir Putin. Joe Biden is preparing for his long-awaited inauguration, after comfortably beating U.S. President Donald Trump in the November presidential election. The president-elect faces the unenviable task of healing a wounded nation after Mr. Trump's tumultuous 4 years in the Oval Office. Coupled with the coronavirus pandemic and the civil unrest caused by the words of Mr. Trump's widely condemned language, Mr. Biden arguably finds himself with the most difficult-to-do list any president-elect has seen since Abraham Lincoln took office in 1861. His foreign policy goals will likely prove just as difficult. He faces an increasingly confident China and resurgent Russia, while Washington's closest ally, Britain, is in transition after 4 years of Brexit negotiations. As if that isn't enough, the European Union is tackling the existential crisis caused by the UK's unprecedented withdrawal. Britain and the EU already appear in competition as Mr. Biden finds himself the center of attention on both sides of the Channel. But the bloc could find it difficult to win his favor, as the 78-year-old has already spoken openly about his frustrations with the Brussels machinery. Mr. Biden writes about how he couldn't count on the EU during his time as vice president during Barack Obama's 8-year term in the Oval Office, in his memoir, Promise Me, Dad. In one extract, he refers to a call he had with Arseniy Yatsenyuk, the former Prime Minister of Ukraine, shortly after the Dignity Revolution in 2014. His priority was to make sure Ukrainian sovereignty was preserved in the face of aggression from Russian President Vladimir Putin, but Mr. Biden feared he could not count on support in Brussels. He writes, the European Union and NATO were likely to abandon Ukraine as a hopeless cause. The country would be pulled back into Russia's toxic orbit. The revolution of dignity would come to nothing. Mr. Biden didn't give up, though, and the EU did come to Ukraine's rescue. The soon-to-be U.S. president did everything he could to make sure dignity's goals were secured, calling it a remarkable people's protest. He explains, Ukrainians seemed about to lose their fight for democracy and independence. Putin had used the instability of the unfolding revolution as an opportunity to seize, by military force, a part of Ukraine called Crimea. And in the face of this threat, he was integral in keeping Mr. Yatsenyuk and new President Petro Poroshenko in coalition against Putin's wishes.